So we feel this is important because the future of the church lies in our children and young people, but we cannot get to the future without investing in our children and youth.
We want to see them know and love Jesus more, that the choices they make and the people they become would reflect that. We feel that being at the heart of church life, growing and getting involved with others, older Christians as well as peers, will really help to equip and empower our children and young people and prepare them for a life with Christ.
As part of this investment and our strategic vision, we feel we should be aiming as a church to welcome 50 new children and young people into regular discipleship opportunities.
In order to get there are a number of things that have already started doing and some other things that we're going to be working towards over the next year ahead.
The first worship workshops have been a great way of helping children to understand why we worship with songs the way we do, and to help them feel like they can join in with their parents and the wider church family. Thanks to Mark Baker for the idea and organisation of it. It was a great success. The youth version has already seen some of the youth serving as part of the worship group, and the children who attended the children's session were involved in songwriting, creating instruments and worship flags. On top of all of this, it has been amazing to see our youth and primary age children involved in serving communion. To see them serving as adults has been so encouraging. Knowing how important it is to help young people transition between groups, we have already taken a fresh look at what this might look like for our year 6s and year 9s, which has been especially important in the light of the disruption of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have recognised that while the year 9s have missed out on a lot of Pathfinder's time, that it would not be beneficial for them to stay in the Pathfinder's age range. Rather, we are looking at ways to help facilitate the transition to settling and also serving in Sunday services in a way that will help them more quickly feel like they belong there, which they do. Details of what this might look like, based on conversations with some of our current year 10 to 13s, are being sent to all parents who have children currently in year 9 or older.
Some of the feedback we received from our 14 to 18-year-olds was encouraging, some surprising and some challenging in all the right ways. There were a number of youth who attend Sunday mornings already who said the talks were relevant to them, which was great to hear. However, there was some constructive feedback about how we might make the services, especially the talks, more engaging and perhaps some more interactive elements. A few youth aren't really engaged on Sundays or even interested in coming to a service, so we need to take a good look at how we can encourage them to feel more inclined to joining in.
So, we plan to work on all of that, but specifically we want to establish a Sunday pattern for our older youth to help them engage well and be encouraged in services, especially helping them to get more out of the talks. We want to work well with the team focusing on priority 4, establishing effective pathways for serving and leading in order to include and encourage young people to feel more like they are an integral part of the church. And we want to invest in those children and young people who are eager to serve, developing a mentor type system with some established members of the church who are already serving. This can work for young people and adults wishing to serve for the first time.
We are incredibly grateful for all the leaders and helpers that we have helping with youth and children's work at Christ Church. We are aware that to do all we have planned, we need more adult members of the church to help and invest in them. We need more volunteer helpers as well as those who can occasionally lead.
We are really encouraged by the young people we have and are really excited to see what God is already doing with them, how He's working with them and through them. But we also know we need to do much more to help them grow more confident in their faith and confident in their belonging as valued members of church life. And dependent on what finance is available, it may mean more investment in leadership roles among young people.